welcome to our show. It's show number 20. Today's date is Sunday, January 1st, 2012.
Oh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Yeah, we
buddy.
finally made
Happy
it.
New Year, buddy. We
Happy
made
New
it.
Year. Have a drink.
And I think we're still sticking to the theme of the Dutch beers, so Happy New Year to our Dutch people up in Dutchland. All right. What are you talking about today, Mel? Hey, before we get on this, Mel, how's our negotiations with CBC for our contract?
I don't know. It's not doing well.
Well,
It's not doing well.
I figure if George Strapolopoulos can get his own show, anybody can.
I can't speak French.
Can he speak French?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll pretend.
Might be able to speak.
But I figure if George can get his own TV show, we can.
Does anyone watch it?
3 people last week
I
watched
think.
it.
Well, it's as many as we got.
Did you hear about the latest thing on George? The
No.
CBC, our CBC, that we pay for,
Yeah.
okay, put a party on for him to
On
promote
George,
him.
for George.
For Georgie, for George
Okay.
Strapolopoulos. They held a party for him, so he can promote him to the American friends downstates. Why, I don't know. Like, you don't see CBC promoting, or sorry, CBS or NBC promoting their people. You got to make it on ratings.
Yeah.
But worst of all, Mel, he had 4 bodyguards
For who?
at this party held for himself.
George who?
Stropolopoulos. Who's gonna abduct George Stropolopoulos?
George who? That's
Anyways.
exactly. It's exactly.
Oh man, it is only CBC.
Yeah.
$72,000, Mel, to hold a party to promote one of their cronies.
Welcome to Canada.
Woo! Anyway, let's go.
Okay, lots to do talk tonight. First story tonight.
Story, let's go on, buddy.
You know what's going to happen?
What's
Here it
gonna
goes. Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, they make oil there.
Yeah. No, they make gas.
Gas.
They posted a $60 billion surplus trade in 2011.
Wow.
Oh, can you imagine? $60 billion in surplus trade.
Power to them.
But you know what though? They're saying that they're looking at the oil sales and they gained to realized the gain that back in an increase in oil sales as it upped its output due to offsetting declines from Libya. All that crap where they said, you know, oil prices going up because of the decline in Libya,
Right.
they can't produce oil, blah 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 blah. Oil prices went up.
Yep.
Saudi Arabia just turned on the tap,
More oil.
they made more money,
Yep.
and you know what? There was
And we
more
got
oil than we could, and there was, yeah, exactly.
We got still
You know?
screwed with the prices on the tank.
But you know,
the gas tank.
needless to say, this King Abdullah Habuli, whatever, roughly announced a $130 billion spending plan
Whoa.
in the year, benefiting lower income segments of the population.
Really?
Okay, a move came as a wave of popular unrest swept through the Arab world.
No
Go
kidding.
figure, right? Here's
No
this
kidding.
one king making
No
all
kidding.
billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And these people are starving. You know, he's,
know.
well, we're going to do that. Well, of course they're freaking fighting in the Middle East.
I guess.
Who's that Gaddafi?
Yeah. What happened there?
What happened there? You know, they had to assassinate the poor son of a gun.
Poor.
Poor son. Well, he wasn't a poor. He was a rich son of a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think
One or
he's
two
poor.
people have all the money and everyone else has nothing.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Absolutely
too
nothing.
poor. He's kind of a
He'd be
degenerate.
lied to.
Yeah, no, really. Another story.
What's
Mike
next?
Milbury.
Mike Milbury.
Analyst now for CBC.
He played for Boston.
Played for Boston.
Oh, no, not analyst for CBC. Is he American or Canadian?
He's Canadian. He played for Boston. He's an analyst for CBC. You know, and he coached the Islanders for a long time. Coached the Boston
Okay.
Bruins. Ruined their franchises, by the way, because of his GMing, expertise. But I guess he was at the rink the other day,
With his
and
son.
his son, 12-year-old son.
12-year-old son.
And let's don't forget, this is coming from a guy who probably has the #1 video of all time climbing the stands and hitting a fan with his shoe when
When he was a coach?
No, he's a player for Boston Bruins back in '74 or '5 it was when he get in the stands and the fan shook him off and he beat him with the shoe in the head. It's like, this guy, you gotta watch it, man. It's an amazing video. But I guess
Must be on
somebody. Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, we're on
You
YouTube.
can't check it out.
Right.
But I guess a 12-year-old son was being jawed and fighting with his other
From another 12-year-old
son. So Mike Milbury takes upon himself
Holy
to
moly.
grab this kid that's just chirping his
He's
son.
12 years old,
12 years old.
grabs him.
Yeah. This is a guy who stands. No, now hold on. It says
He's a
here.
man.
He's a man. He's a big man. He's a man. He's a guy who I guess went to court. He's got he got plead innocent, and he found innocent only because of lack of evidence.
Evidence.
Whatever,
But yeah, he
whatever.
probably got whatever.
Exactly. But the thing is, here's a guy who stands up on CBC, talks about hockey, how man fight man, and one mano a mano, and one-on-one, and fight yourself. Well, let your kid fight for himself then.
Exactly. He's going
What
after
are you
he's
doing?
going after a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, what are you doing then?
Let his son be his son, and let him deal with the fact that what happens on the ice stays on the ice.
Jesus, Murphy, come on, Mike. You suck as a player, you suck as a coach, you suck as a parent too. Anyways.
Another story. Another story. Apparently, if you're overseas, whatever, don't get caught against breaking the law.
Why?
Because apparently there's a potato farmer left to rot by the Canadian government.
No way.
I guess so. He hasn't been charged with nothing, but he's been in Lebanon prison for 6 months.
Oh.
He hasn't been charged with nothing, but apparently, allegedly, that they thought he may have sold rotten potatoes to them.
So in jail rotten
Yeah, I guess so. They haven't proved anything. But on that note, the embassies or the consulate, Canadian consulate and embassies haven't done nothing to help him. What the heck? What do we do? What are we spending money on these consulates and embassies for then?
Dinners, parties,
You know,
themselves
it's
little
crazy.
badges,
Exactly.
you know?
They pat themselves on the back and whoop it up on our expense.
Kumbayas.
Yeah.
You know?
You were saying, well, we're the ambassadors of the world, blah, 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 blah. Oh, happy to come to our country. Yeah, you go to another country and you get just thrown in jail. They're not proving nothing. No, well, we looked at him the other day. Yeah, he seems to have lost a lot of weight. Are they helping him out?
I don't know.
They're not helping him out, and then, they're saying that, maybe just a letter from the Canada or whatever saying that, to release him would be okay. Well, they haven't even done that.
Because they're partying now. Too many dinners.
Unbelievable.
Too many pats on the back.
That's our country.
Too many hand each other out, hand out each other these awards and these dinners and these, and these badges and these stars and ribbons. Like, holy man, oh man, oh man.
What's up?
Well, one more thing, Sears. Everybody knows about Sears. Sears, one of the icons of the American, retailer.
Yeah.
Seems to be getting a hard time, buddy.
Really?
Really, because you know what? Because the economy is one thing, right? Because they tailor, and which is sad because it's a microcosm of what's going on to us middle class people. Because they tailor to the middle class person, right?
Yeah, they tailor to.
So they're hurting.
They're hurting big time. So what does it say about the middle class?
Exactly.
It's hurting.
It's hurting. Like,
who pays the most taxes in this country?
The middle class. But people like Walmarts and Kmarts are going in there and hurting their sales because they tailor to a lower income person. With lower prices, layaway plans, and Sears is trying to they have to move the times, but they're trying to stick with their philosophy, and it's not working.
It's not working.
They're not.
So they're closing stores. They're doing whatever.
Between 100 and 120 stores. Because they refuse to upgrade the stores because people want frills. People want frills and stuff. Yet why you shop at Walmart then? There's no frills there.
That's bargain basement stuff.
Okay. But it shows how us middle class people are hurting, and I don't care where I shop.
No.
But people want to shop and be bedazzled when they shop. Why? But I guess that's what it is. That's just what it is. So they're not putting money into upgrading their stores.
They're just shutting them down.
Shut them down.
Shutting them down rather than try to
sad.
compete. They're just saying, well, we can't compete, we're going to shut them down.
It's sad.
Well, and hopefully on a lighter note, the stores that they're closing, hopefully Target, it's not all bad.
They're coming up, I
Hopefully
guess.
Target will buy these stores because
they
want to gain in the market. And you know what? It's sad to say that an American company coming up can make it in our our marketplace.
I don't get it.
Where Sears has been here for years, can't. What's going on here? These high executives, they're not doing something right.
But it doesn't make sense to me, Mel. It's as plain as a nose in your face. The problem is what made North America, America and Canada, both powerful in their day was manufacturing.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do that anymore.
Not at all.
It's all overseas.
Yeah.
So why can't people understand that we just can't be a country of wanting people but not manufacture anything?
Yeah.
Because we just can't do it now. Our jobs are going by the wayside.
Yep.
And nobody seems to answer that question.
I know.
Like,
you can't get a garment made in Canada. Our Olympic team for their uniforms wasn't made in Canada. They couldn't find a company in Canada that could manufacture that. Are you kidding me?
They couldn't do it. I mean, it does. That's our personal opinion, but unions are killing people, killing jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, and people don't understand that with or without a union, you have the same rights. Okay, the days of child abuse, work abuse is long gone.
Yeah.
Okay, the laws are there, but unions are killing people. Because we just can't keep up to the manufacturing rates. So you just can't get paid $50 an hour to make a garment. It's just not the way it is.
That's
Okay? It's not the way it is. That's why we're losing jobs.
And I think the government has to realize that they have to start lowering hydro prices and start regulating gas prices a little bit better instead of just paying through the nose. And
Like that's
we're going to
that's
pay
right.
for that new technology for green energy and things like that.
Yeah,
But
that's
wait,
what
we
happened.
can't pay for that new
We can't.
technology.
We can't.
Who's going to pay for that? A politician making
Yeah.
$200,000 a year? Not everyone makes $200,000 a year, my friend.
For McGinty Farms.
Yeah.
You know, the McGinty Farms come up there with solar power.
You know,
What we have is good enough. What we have is good. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
and jamming down our throats and making
exactly.
us poor
It's
before.
not cost efficient.
Well,
Sorry.
on that note, let's hope 2012 is a little bit better than 2011.
A lot better. Cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New